Hello, welcome back to my channel. I have not done my nails in about a week and a half to 2 weeks and they desperately need some work. So I've had this new rubber base on for about a week and a half or so, about 2 weeks like I was saying, and it is awesome. I've been using the one from Nailz Kat Kat. I've been watching her on Instagram for like ever, and I finally bought one of her rubber bases and I am in love. So it's just rubber base over my natural nails. So I figured I would show y'all how I do a mini refill before I apply some tips in this video. Well, I'm not going to apply the tips in this video, but I'm going to show you how to do the rubber base in this video. Now, this is my first time trying this one, and this prep will make this rubber base last with zero lifting for a while. Like, I've had no lifting. I still don't have any lifting on this set right here, but I just have some grow out. So we are going to use this dust collector. I am obsessed with this dust collector. I know I don't show it nearly enough, but if y'all are looking for a dust collector, this Melody Susie one is on Amazon and it will be linked below for you. I try to put as much as I can in my Amazon storefront because it's just the easiest way for me to keep track of everything. You do not have to use my Amazon link, but if you do, anything in there, I make next to nothing on it, but it's just a way for me to keep track of what I use to make a separate list for y'all. Also, I am using the mini mandrel sanding band, and I have a 150 grit band on there now, and I wanted to show you my e-file. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened. This e-file is not available anymore. I don't know. I got it, almost 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, or a little over a year and a half ago, Black Friday on Amazon. And it was like $70, and I use this thing so much, and it's still kicking, so this is the one I like. So anyway, I moved it up to 6,000 RPMs because 4 just wasn't hitting as much as I had wanted it to. So it is on 6,000 RPMs, and I am just removing the shine, buffing, or kind of like just like filing off a little bit of the excess at the bottom. Kind of, some of them I didn't seal the right way, like you can see on my thumb on my right hand. I just didn't seal it the right way at the edge, so it just kind of looks like a little bit like my hair would catch there. But for the most part, there's like no lifting at all on there. There's just that little ledge at the back. I'm just getting it prepped and ready for a fill because I have not done this, and I hate when my nails look so crusty. It just bothers me. So it was time for a refill, and I realized that I have not shown a rubber base refill on this channel. So here we are. I can't say that anymore because here it is. Now, when I went to go on the Nailz Kat Kat website, she sells out so fast of her rubber bases. Like, you have got to be on it when she restocks because they sell out so fast. But I decided to try the color Peachy Blossom. It's a great color, so I'm happy with it, but I'm definitely going to be getting more of her colors. You should totally check out her website if you have not checked it out. I'm not an affiliate. I don't get anything. It's not paid, not sponsored, whatever. I just really like the rubber base. So, moving along. I finished with the sanding band, and I'm just kind of going in with the cuticle bit. Some people don't use this bit. I mean, I like to use this bit because I don't like to use the pointy one that goes like up under my cuticles. I just like to use this one to just kind of get the little excess off the side. And yes, I sped that up because I felt like it's like really redundant, like having to watch all the fingers. And then I just like cut off the excess with my cuticle nippers. I am very careful. If you don't want to do this part, you don't have to. But as y'all see, I don't have very much to cut off. I'm very careful with it. And then that's pretty much all that I do. All right. After you have filed, I went ahead and did my other hand off camera. This duo is my favorite dehydrator and primer. The Modelones Nail Prep Dehydrator and Nail Primer. This is my go-to for longevity. I use it for everything. I use it to apply my tips. I have never had any lifting with proper prep, which I'm going to show you in this video. Here is the name of the rubber base. Yes, I turn on my show. I'm always watching a show. when I'm doing my nails. Well, generally am, or listening to something, because trying to plan to do a video with no voiceover, it has happened, y'all. They're in there. It is just really hard to plan around my 4 kids and my husband and my dog and all that stuff. It's really, really hard to plan that, even at night. Like, it's just, I don't have my own nail room, so I like to do it with a voiceover. It's just easier for me to do it that way. So, got my show on, and I'm just using the Dehydrator. I had a little fuzz in there that I just wanted to get out, so I just scraped it out with an orange wood stick. I wipe off my hands with 91% alcohol, and then I will go in with the Dehydrator, and I do 2 layers of Dehydrator. Now, so you can use acetone, you can use this Dehydrator, you can use alcohol, really whatever your preference is, but I choose to use this Dehydrator because it works. It works for me. My method, my prep works for me. Now, finding out what prep works for you, it's just kind of like adjusting your steps, per se. Y'all, I'm tired. I've been busy all day. I finally sat down. I just got done doing the dishes and knocking out this voiceover, so I'm kind of out of breath. But now we're going in with the primer, and you'll see I'm kind of like scrubbing it on a little bit. You want to make sure that you are getting this primer all over the nail. Some people just don't put it all over the nail. I mean, gel sticks to gel, so the rubber base refill would stick to the rest of it. I just put it on the whole nail because I don't have any lifting. Sometimes my free edge will chip if I don't put it on the whole nail. Just because I'm really rough with my nails, that's what I like to do. So I put the primer over the whole nail, and I let it dry. This part is sped up a little bit. I let it dry for about 2 minutes or so, and then I go in with my rubber base. I realized the handle was looking kind of crusty, so I do clean it off with some alcohol. I just spray some 91% alcohol on a lint-free wipe, and I just wipe it off because it was looking kind of ew. Crystal clear. Like, it's perfect again. So, for the rubber base, I am not going to apply it to build an apex because my nails are so short and it's going to be under a set of tips. This is literally just a refill just to keep a layer of rubber base on my nails. So I'm doing it just a little bit thicker, but I'm also doing this with my non-dominant hand, which I did want to show you is possible. I try to show stuff with my non-dominant hand as much as I can because obviously I'm going to do both hands, but I'm not going to do my left hand on camera because it's super easy to do that hand and I show that one often, but I wanted to show y'all my refill with my left hand. For those of y'all that are like, I can't do anything with my non-dominant hand, it just takes time to learn. I mean, we're at the end of July and I have been doing my nails now for 3 years because my baby will be 3 in a month. So I've been doing it since I was really, really pregnant with her. So I've not always been able to do my nails with my left hand, with my non-dominant hand. So it just really takes a lot of practice. And when I tell y'all this part right here is sped up, it's on a ×4. So, or yeah, a 1.4. So it's sped up a little bit for y'all. So you don't have to sit and watch the whole thing, but I did keep it all in. I am flash curing each nail for about 5 or 10 seconds so that it does not float around the nail or move around while I'm working on the rest of the nails. Because for me, I just feel like I'm done that one nail and I don't want to have to race against the clock with all of the nails. So I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of the other 3 nails, and then I kind of zoom in a little bit on the thumb so you guys can see the thumb a little bit closer. But I figured you could kind of see how I'm doing it. I'm just using a little bit of a thicker layer than I would of like a gel polish. And it just gives me that little bit of extra coverage without having to be so bulky. Because when I go to put full cover nails on top of this, I don't want to have to need some that are super structured because I generally have flatter nail beds, so I don't have any like structured tips. But if I built the apex too high on a short nail, number 1, it's gonna not fit. Number 2, if I just dipped on my natural nails, it would make them super bulky looking. So I just wanted a really thin, crisp application. It was nice and clean, and I love this rubber base. It's so easy to work with. I know that I have another video of like applying rubber base like to build an apex and like on longer nails where you do a slip layer and then you do a layer over top where you go back and forth. I have a short of that and I have a longer video with that included. So if you're interested in something like that, I do have another video on that. And I will be showing that technique, I'm pretty sure, when I do put my tips on. So just stay tuned. But I also wanted you to notice, like when I do put the rubber base down, I'm not like putting it down right up on my cuticle line. I'm putting it down a little bit above my cuticle and then using the tip of the brush to like scoot it back a little bit towards my cuticle. Because if you put the gel right there on the cuticle line, it is going to flood your cuticles and you're going to have gel everywhere. So it's really just honestly all about practice. Like practice, practice, practice. That is the only thing that I can really say if you're struggling like with it. But this is the prep that I do, and either I'm using builder gel, or if I'm putting nail tips on, or if I'm putting this rubber base on, just practice the technique and just be very careful. It is not a race. Like I understand sometimes people are in like a time crunch, but when you're trying to learn something new, sometimes it will take a little bit longer to learn it. So I just say don't ever put a lot of pressure on yourself to be super fast. You will get faster as time goes on. It's just like when you learn anything, you didn't know how to do it to start with, but you keep at it and you get better at it. So just keep that in mind when you're trying something new or if you're scared about branching out. Like for me, something that I'm like having to like a little nervous about but also still wanting to do is dual forms and non-sticky builder gel. Something I haven't attempted yet, but I keep talking myself out of it every time I sit down to go and do it because like why? Because like Gel-X is so much faster, but I do want to play around more with polygel and non-sticky builder gel and dual forms and stuff like that. So let me know if that's something that y'all would be interested in seeing. And you can let me know in the comments section if y'all want to see more types of videos like that, or if you want to see a video in general about it, because I've only done a couple of non-sticky builder gel videos. But let me know kind of like if that's something y'all want to see, and I will make that happen. But this index finger, my index fingers are like my problem fingers. Everybody has at least one finger that is like that one that is just like not want to do what it's told to do and not want to do what it's supposed to do. And for me, that is both of my index fingers. Not only does the nail grow like at an apex and it's the only one, it grows downward and like it grows really weird and it just doesn't want to listen. Like when it's being polished or when I put a tip on it, it just doesn't like to listen. So we stay on this nail for like a little second, but I didn't want to cut it out because I did want y'all to see that I do like persevere through it. I do finish it. And then it actually looks really good at the end. Like I don't quit, I guess you could say. I don't have any reason to quit, and I wanted it to be done because my nails were looking so bad. I looked at my husband and I said, it is a shame how bad these nails look. And for people that know me, that know that I do my own nails, and for them to be looking like this, it is terrible. So, especially when I go to work, it's so bad. So I had to fix them like ASAP. And this color's like a perfect neutral color. And I have noticed, I tried it out and I did this refill and I did not put a top coat on the rubber base because I had planned on putting tips on top of it, and it doesn't even look bad. Like it's not as shiny, but I guess you can get away with not putting a top coat on it and it hasn't chipped or anything. Like I'm looking at it right now, it had no chips, no cracks, no lifting, no nothing on them. And there's no top coat. It's just this layer of rubber base and that's it. So y'all should definitely check it out. But like the thumb, you see how I'm like pushing, like I'm putting a little bit of gel and then I'm pushing it backwards with the tip of the brush. That is so that I don't flood any parts of it. And I'm using my index finger to pull the sidewalls away from my thumb so that I can get a very nice application that doesn't flood the sidewalls, the cuticle's not flooding. all the things. There's all kinds of different tricks that people use. They use like a hair clip to pull the skin back. I don't have time for that. So I just use my finger to hold the skin back. I mean, my nails are not long. They're like super nubs. So it just is what it is. I had thought about maybe trying to grow my natural nails out, but I don't know how I'm going to do with that journey. I mean, I like them how they are right here, and I just throw some tips on and then I soak them off, or not, I don't soak them off. I just usually use a gel remover, or I use the Peachy base. But I have this new thing that is like a solid nail glue remover. It is from Gel-like EC, and it just came in the mail today, and I'm gonna try it. So it comes with the solid glue and the remover. So we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna use this glue to glue on the tips, and then we're gonna see how the remover works. We're gonna see if it also takes off this rubber base as well. That I don't know. But I do know that with this prep, you can get your nails, rubber base on your natural nails, to last longer than 3 weeks. This is the hand completely finished after I put it in the lamp. Looks a little crusty because I use a lot of alcohol and I hadn't washed my hands yet, but look at that transformation. It went from looking all crusty like this left hand of mine, and looks amazing. Like, it looks so good. It looks really natural. It looks clean. So I'm going to go ahead and use this dehydrator and this primer, and then do the rubber base on my left hand. And then here's what we look like. I went and washed my hands. Look at how beautiful they look. Y'all, I cannot get over this. If you're having trouble with your rubber base or your builder gel lasting on your nails, please try this. These steps. Let me know how it works for you. Go try Nailz Kat Kat rubber base. You will not be disappointed. Pick your favorite color, give it a try, and let me know what you think. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Oh yeah, here's the ingredients in case you wanted to look at them. So thanks for hanging out with me today, y'all. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I know it was a super fast video, but stay tuned for my next video to see that glue, and then we'll do another one with the remover.